Hi everyone, I need some advice. I've been working as a cleaner for 3 years with the same company, Monday to Friday, fixed schedule, company uniform, and using the company car. I'm on an MBN, but I've heard that after 6 months, fixed hours, and wearing a uniform, this can actually be considered an employment relationship. They've never paid superannuation, of course. I also have a set time to arrive at the company each morning, but I'm only paid at the time that I spend at the client's location. For example, I must leave the company at 6 a.m. to start the clients at 6:40 a.m. and this travel time both ways is unpaid. I lose about an hour each day or more. My shifts end up being 7 to 10 hours a day with no lunch breaks or rest breaks. It's one client after another. If anyone has been through this or know more, I really appreciate the guidance. Thank you in advance. Okay, so first of all, I want to give props to this worker for even questioning what's happening. A lot of the times we just assume that the other people in the equation knows better than us and are doing the right things, and we ended up not looking for further information. So this is already super important. Here's what I want everyone watching this to know. Contracts are not the only thing that the Fair Work Commission will be assessing when making decisions for this type of dispute. So just because your contract says that you are a contractor doesn't necessarily mean that you are actually one. Okay, that said, this is a very tricky situation, a very tricky question, and it's definitely not a line in the sand kind of thing. Okay, and I think that is a great example of why you will always hear me saying, talk to a lawyer. I worked for unions for about 7 years, and even I had to double check this with my superstar friend and workplace lawyer, D Cheng, before posting this. Okay, yes, I do believe there's a strong argument for a sham contract, which basically means that the contract doesn't really reflect the employment relationship in reality. Okay, but this is the perfect example of how important it is to talk to lawyers before making any decisions, right? Even details like how much money you're making or whose car you're driving can impact the commission's decisions on the nature of the work relationship. So talking to a lawyer and going over all of these details of your situation is literally the only way for you to know for sure and get clarity on what to do next. Right? I highly recommend, if you or anyone that you know is going through this type of situation, to join our event next week on November 26th. This is going to be specially made for cleaners, delivered by lawyers, about work rights, new visa protections, and pathways to permanent residency. I also recommend filling a workers' rights clinic request form. This will give you access to free and confidential one-on-one consult with our lawyers. Both links are available in my bio. And that's it. I hope this is helpful, guys.